Somebody died that they didn't even know, and now they have a grief time. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heathwyn, and we are back to play the 100 Baby Challenge. It's been a little while since we have played with Jillian and her slew of children that she has been having. So it took me a second. I had to go back and look to remember what in fact happened the last time we played. The last time we played, we did have one set of twins, Brandon and Brian, aged up into children, and then we had the birth of another set of twins, Jade and Jasmine. So we actually ended up with twin girls. So this is a big deal because if you've kind of been following along with this series, you know that prior to the birth of these twins, Jillian had only had one girl. The rest had been boys. She's had 14 babies now. And of those first 12 babies, only one was a girl. So we're really happy to see some girls because I do have our matriarchs aging, and Jillian is an adult now and she's growing closer to being an elder. So I was getting concerned when we just weren't seeing any girls. Now, she has quite a few days left, so there's still like more pregnancies to come, but I'm feeling better now that we're actually starting to see girls show up in our game. So let's go ahead and get into the game and kind of remind ourselves what in the world has even been going on with Jillian. The house is full at the moment, so Jillian is not pregnant. Oh my gosh, lots of skills happening. And she's not going to be able to get pregnant until Dylan, who is our teenager, is ready to age up into a young adult and move out. Now, since we played last, the Life and Death expansion pack has come out, so she has a whole bunch of things for her soul's journey that we can do. So we can get some bucket list items going. She's not going to have a romantic partner because of just the nature of the challenge. So, you know, maybe getting her some bucket list items might not be the worst thing in the world. The other thing that we can do now, and might be kind of fun, when we know who the next matriarch is going to be, we can leave some heirlooms for them so that when Jillian dies down the road, that matriarch will inherit those items. And those could be like useful things that would be helpful in the 100 Baby Challenge. So these are good things. You know, things like the plum bite bracelet we can make be an heirloom. Okay, one of the children, I don't know which kid this is right now, has come up and said, the best void critter. I got in a fight with someone at school about which void critter is more powerful. I said it was the Articorn, but he kept saying the Sunator. Which one is it? Let's say both are equally powerful. So, like, she can leave her plum bite stuff to the next matriarch, which will be super useful. But we don't know who that's going to be yet, so we're not going to do any of that right now. But we can get her a bucket list item, and that'll be a fun thing for her. Catching up on our children, actually, it looks like Jade needs some help here. So why don't you come and do some super efficient newborn care and take care of this screaming child while we go over who the kids are. So the oldest in the house right now is Dylan. Dylan wants to be a werewolf, but that's not going to happen for him because we've had enough of werewolves. He is currently a B student in high school. He still needs to get an A before he can age up, so it's probably going to be a couple of sim days since it's Sunday, and I don't think he's going to get an A right now. Unless, does he have a school project? See one. I don't see a school project for him to do. But let's have him do his extra credit work so that will help him on the way. Maybe we can have him work hard when he goes to school, and maybe that will help. He also needs a character value in range to earn it, and he has responsibility in range, so he is good there. Then we have our first set of twins in the house, Kate and Kevin. They are both children, and Kate is a B student and Kevin is a B student. Both of them look like they're probably going to age up into teenagers when they go to school. And Kate's over here, like, doing her homework. Oh, she needs her confidence to be a little higher. Both of them need their confidence to be a little bit higher, but that's okay. Let's get you doing your extra credit work and get everybody doing their work. The set of twins that just aged up are Brandon and Brian. Over here, I don't know, pestering each other. They just aged up, so they probably need to do their homework as well. So let's get them doing homework. It's Sunday, So homework's all around for the kiddos. So Brandon is the one with black hair, Brian is the blonde, and yeah, they are our children. And then lastly, we have the set of twins that were just born. We have Jade and Jasmine. They will probably be aging up later this sim day into infants, which, you know, adds a whole new level of chaos to things. We do have some plum bite though, so that helps with the infants because it keeps their needs up so that we can work on milestones with them and get them ready to be aged up. But I think I want to have Jillian come and set a bucket list. Now, I don't necessarily want to have her choose to have a great family because I think getting married is included in that. I want to get busy is about woohoo. So let's do that one because obviously 100 Baby Challenge, she is woohooing with lots of different sims. So we will pick that as her first bucket list item. And then maybe we'll pick one more for her. Maybe we'll do the creative one because she is into her gemology stuff. We do have the next baby donor ready to go in Coral Cupcake. Okay, what did we get? I want to get hot in a hot spring. All right, and then let's do an I want to create one and see what we get from that. And we can have her working on something creative. Also, maybe tending to this child that's screaming. So it will be interesting the way the soul's journey comes into play in the 100 Baby Challenge. Her next bucket list item is I want to peak as a cross-stitch connoisseur. So reach cross-stitch level 5 and stitch a masterpiece and declare life's greatest stitched work. It's important to me to leave something behind I can be proud of. Once I master cross-stitch and stitch something magnificent, I must declare it my life's greatest stitched work. Okay, that is within the realm of what is reasonable for her. She's already maxed out her gemology skill and has crafted quite a bit of jewelry. She sells them. We've got lots of like gemstones over here. We got a couple of plum bites that is helping things. So just good stuff for her. And then also we have crystal trees over here that are giving her crystals, which we probably should go and tend to. You know what though? She has so many crystals. I think I'm just gonna have her sell them. And since she has that bucket list item for cross stitch, let's get her a little cross stitch thing and she can start working on that. We can, you know, plop this over here by the sofa and she can get started on her cross stitch journey. Brandon is a rambunctious scamp, so he wants to be playful. I think there's a... yeah, let's get him over here playing on this. And then... oh, they're both rambunctious scamps. Okay, they can both go play Space Explorer over here and start getting that motor skill up. So really, it's just gonna be kind of getting through this day and getting to the point where Jade and Jasmine are ready to age up, because we can't really do much more. I mean, we can get Coral over here just for like some romantic interaction for Jillian so that they stay like satisfied in their relationship. Maybe when she's done with this cross stitch. Also, I love how this hoop is like her entire torso. That is a gigantic cross stitch hoop. That did not take long for her to poke her finger and be done with the cross stitch. Alright, here is Coral, so let's come and do a little flirty flirt with her. Brighten her day a little bit. Now we were also working on trying to get Jillian abducted by aliens to potentially have an alien baby, because we have not had one of those. It's the only occult that we have not yet had. We can't have a ghost baby, so ghosts don't count. But we can have alien babies. Now, we tried to woohoo with some like half aliens, but it just resulted in colorful children. No actual aliens. So abduction is kind of going to be the only way. Yes, since this is kind of proving to be a little bit longer relationship, maybe we'll ask about her romantic satisfaction and see if Coral's like doing okay with things in this relationship too. Okay, she's feeling satisfied. I wonder what romance styles she likes. I don't mind discussing it, but I'm not open to any kind of romance style anymore. Well, I mean, she's satisfied, so we'll take that as it is. No, since she wants to woohoo in a hot spring, maybe when the time comes to try for pregnancy with Coral, we can head off to the hot spring for a woohoo. Oh, whether it be a divorce or loss of a job or losing a loved one, grief is normal, albeit tough part of life that every sim has to navigate. Nothing to see here. Nope, Kevin is feeling perfectly fine. Is it the denial grief type, or is Kevin totally okay with what's going on? He might zone out here and there, but on the surface, Kevin is doing just fine. And it isn't the surface level that matters most. Feeling bored emotions most often is totally normal, right? Oh, interesting. So apparently Kevin, because some random relative that he'd never met died, now has the denial part of grief. Okay. Oh, and so does Kate. Oh, they're both in denial. Okay. I haven't had a grief type pop up in my Sims game yet. So it says Sims with this grief type gain bored and fine moodlets as they turn away from processing their emotions while grieving. Sims can cope positively by attending grief counseling, gardening, painting, writing, cooking, or playing instruments. If the Sim stays in denial, their grief can evolve into anger or blues grief type, prolonging their grief. You didn't even know the person who died. And he does have a bored moodlet. Don't feel into it from grieving. Maybe it said playing instruments. What if we have him come practice this? And maybe we'll have Kate come play the piano to kind of help her with hers, because she also has a bored moodlet. Somebody died that they didn't even know, and now they have a grief type. Oh gosh, now someone else died? Hi Jillian, I'm calling to let you know that Amber Bell has passed away. I'm so sorry for your loss. Amber is a sibling of Jillian's. Again, I don't even know if Jillian knew her. No, Jillian didn't know her. And yet, she's sad from losing a sibling. And they all have sad lives. But they weren't actually close. I was really hoping that the whole like grief style thing would make it so that if they didn't actually know the person who died, they would not be sad and grieving them. Okay, I'm gonna try to make these moodlets go away for the kids and see what happens. Okay, nothing happened for Dylan. Let's see for Kate. Okay, she seems to be okay. Evan, also okay. They are already having like a grief issue. Okay, and now Brandon. Oh, wait, okay. He is now going through a grief type. Brandon feels as though it's best to project a sense of optimism, even while carrying a heavy burden. He's doing well by holding it together, engaging in social interactions and activities with confident emotions. However, sad moodlets can certainly work their way in and bubble up from time to time. Okay, so he's holding it together. And then this one, let's see what happens to him. Oh, he also has the holding it together. Okay. All right, we got the pop-up that it is time to aid up Jade and Jasmine. So we're gonna tend to this one, and oh, we gotta tend to both of them, and then we'll get them aged up. So we're ready to age them up. Let's age up Jade first because she was born first. So aging up Jade into an infant and all of these dirty diapers on the floor. Hey, at least they're 80 simoleons. Jade has aged up. We're going to randomize 3 times for her infant trait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's intense. Fantastic. All right. Oh, and now Jillian is experiencing some grief feelings. Her grief type is anger grief. Oh no. Sims with this grief type often have intense frustration and frequent angry emotions, leading to outbursts and mean interactions. Sims can cope positively by attending grief counseling, working out those frustrations in the gym or at home by exercising or channeling her emotions through playing instruments. Okay, apparently playing instruments is a good way to handle grief. Let's age up Jasmine now, and then we'll get infant makeovers for this set of twins. All right, let's randomize for Jasmine's infant trait. 1, 2, 3. She is sensitive. So we have intense and sensitive. Excellent. Now let's get these infants made over. So we've given makeovers to little Jade and Jasmine. So this is Jade, the older of the 2 twins. This is her everyday, her formal, and I have to say, I would never have expected the Life and Death pack to have such cute little infant outfits, but they are so cute. And there's 4 of them. Who knew? This is her sleepwear. It's a little ghosty. Her party wear, hot weather, and her cold weather wear. And then this is her twin Jasmine, who is the sensitive one. This is her everyday, her formal, her sleep, her party, hot weather, and cold weather wear. So these twins are ready for milestones. Let's see if we can get Jillian to actually put them down on their little mats over here. Jade is over here starving, so let's get... Oh, she's starving, but she's fallen asleep. And Jasmine is sad because she got put down. We've got Plumbite over here, which will help with the needs of these two. So I guess let's work on some tummy time with Jasmine. Since she is awake and Jade is not awake, we'll get that sorted. We have another thing of Plumbite. So let's maybe like put this down on the ground over here next to Jade and get her needs up while she is sleeping. And Jillian is over here tummy timing her twin. Also, why are you awake? Children, go to sleep. Oh no, Brian is sad and slipping from grieving. It's difficult always putting on a stoic face when there is pain lurking below. Pain from the family member who you never met. You didn't even know existed, and you're grieving over them. That's just silly. But we have learned that Jasmine is a happy spitter and a feeling tinkler. Awesome. Great. So she throws up and pees all at the same time while eating. Okay. Those are some great quirks. Maybe go change her diaper and then get her put down. Oh god, someone else died. Orion Larson died. Again, one of Jillian's siblings that none of them knew. If we look at the family tree, which admittedly is a terrifying prospect at this stage in the 100 Baby Challenge, she's losing like a lot of her siblings. A lot of them are aging and passing on, but she's still got quite a few left. So we lost Amber, who died of old age. And then now we've lost Orion, who apparently drowned. All right, so it is time to send the older ones off to school, and Jillian is going to put most of her effort into these infants here. I do want to make sure that Dylan is like working hard while he is at school so that I don't think he'll get an A today, but we're gonna make every effort to get this kid an A. All right, let's get some tummy time happening with Jade, and we'll have Jasmine looking at toys. We are gonna work on getting those milestones sorted for these infants. All right, so it looks like Jade has unlocked the Reach milestone, and we're getting a pop-up for a principal's visit. Today the principal is visiting Brandon's class. Everyone is to be on their best behavior and not interrupt the lesson. Unfortunately, the kid sitting behind him has decided to pelt him with something. Should he ignore it or ask the kid to stop? We're gonna have him ignore it because like every time they ask the kid to stop, like they end up getting in trouble, and that's just rude. Brandon keeps his eyes trained dutifully on the board, hoping the kid will stop. Instead, the kid fires a ball of paper so hard it rolls up to the teacher's feet. For once, somebody else gets in trouble, and Brandon gets to look innocent and studious. And Jasmine has unlocked the Lift the Head milestone, and we have bills, and the phone is ringing. And there's a bathroom sandwich situation. We found Dylan in a bathroom stall today, eating a sandwich. This is unexpected, and we're not sure what to make of it, but we figured we should call. I mean, Dylan is a teenage boy, and they are kind of bottomless pits, but that's just wrong and gross. Don't eat sandwiches in the bathroom. But we have learned that Jade is a self-soother. She's intense, but is a self-soother. Jillian is moving on her way to her bucket list as she has now reached level 2 of the cross-stitch skill. And now Jasmine has unlocked the Reach milestone. And Jade has now unlocked the Lift the Head milestone. I swear, the Plumbite makes infants much more tolerable. Oh, and Jade has unlocked the Coup milestone. Jade is just like crushing it with the milestones here. Hello from the other side. You don't know me, so this might sound weird, but you are going to inherit from me, kid. Why, you might ask? Let's just say it's better for both of us if you don't ask questions. The money needs to go somewhere, and quick. And I heard through the grapevine that you were a good, upstanding sim, so you're about to inherit a chunk of my hard-earned simoleons. Listen, buddy, part of life is planning for your death. You should write up a will when you're ready to choose who's going to inherit your simoleons, your heirlooms, and your kids. I did mine on the computer, but you can also call an inheritance lawyer to help you write one too, if you want to. Just make good choices in life, kid. I sure didn't. I love how we're getting a call from a ghost. But you know what? Free money? Yes, please. Oh, she got 4,000 simoleons. I wasn't necessarily expecting actual money, but okay, we'll take it. And now Jasmine has unlocked the coup milestone. Hooray for Plum Bite. Alright, Dylan actually got an A. And Kate has an A and Kevin has an A. So it looks like we have some birthdays to attend to. So Dylan will be aging up and moving out. I don't know if we have any cakes. We do, we have a cake. Let's get Kevin blowing out the candles, and then we'll get Kate and Kevin blowing out their candles. Alright, Dylan has aged up. He did have the werewolf initiate aspiration, so we're gonna give him that back. He can pursue being a werewolf on his own time. And then we're gonna randomize for his last trait. 1, 2, 3. He is a bookworm. So he wants to be a werewolf. He is a vegetarian, a slob, and a bookworm. And now it is time to age up Kate. She will be next into a teenager. Alright, so she has aged up with the high self-esteem trait and level 3 in the romance skill. And we are, as always, going to use the random number generator to determine what her teenage aspiration is going to be. So as there are 16 categories, we're going to generate between 1 and 16. And we got a 13, which is Star Wars. You know what, Kate? You can have a Star Wars aspiration. You are not going to be our next matriarch. So if you want to go to Batu, you can go to Batu on your own time. So now we're going to roll between 1 and 2 to determine which one she's going to go with. And we got a 1. So she is going to be Hope versus Order. All right. You have fun with that, Kate. You can go to Batu. Now we're going to randomize for her teenage trait. 1, 2, 3. She is an outdoor enthusiast and she loves animals. Those actually do go together. Oh, and she's got blue hair. And then next will be Kevin. He is going to age up. So again, he has a high self-esteem and some romance skill. And again, between 1 and 16, he got a 5. And he got a 3. And number 3 is a super parent. So maybe he's going to be super helpful, like taking care of the younger kids. I'm here for that. And then randomize for his trait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's chased by death. This is one of the new traits that came with the expansion. So he's squeamish and he's chased by death. We're going to have to keep our eye on him to make sure he actually lives to young adulthood and we can actually count him in our baby count. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Oh, and it looks like Jade unlocked the grab milestone while all of these birthday shenanigans were happening. But I do want to get a makeover done for Kate and for Kevin. And then also we're going to get Dylan moved out. And then I think let's see if we can get Josephine pregnant with baby number 57. I finished the makeovers for Kate and Kevin, and I kind of wanted to embrace some of the stuff that came with the new pack, especially since Kevin is chased by death. And so, you know, his sister's kind of got like this skull and like wings thing going on, like she's maybe mocking him a little bit with this. But this is Kate's everyday, her formal, athletic, sleep, party, swimwear, hot weather, and then her cold weather wear. This is Kevin, who is chased by death, and hopefully, you know, we make it through. He also is wearing one of the shirts from the new pack that kind of get along with his whole like chased by death thing. So this is his everyday, his formal, athletic, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, and cold weather. He's really kind of a scrawny sim. Like he's very skinny. So those are our 2 new teenagers. I do want to get Dylan moved out and get Jillian pregnant. All right, Dylan is off. And so Jillian does have the bucket list item to woohoo in a hot spring. Or, well, okay, she wants to get hot in a hot spring. So I think we'll go ahead and take a little trip to the onsen up in Mount Komorebi with Coral Cupcake and see if we can get this next baby on the way. Apparently Coral got married. Oh well. Too bad, Coral. We're gonna have a baby. Okay, so I suppose we'll just immediately go woohoo in the hot spring with Coral. We're not gonna mess around with anything. She's kind of like, we're gonna woohoo in the hot spring, so like all etiquette is off. So they're off. Apparently werewolves are gathering here because we have two that are glowing, angry, and red. Alright, nothing to see here. We're just coming into the hot spring. Really nice, really relaxing. Really a soothing sort of environment. Yes, we're probably gonna pollute it, but that's okay. I don't think we need to go to Afterlife's Anonymous. Not yet, anyway. You, get out of here. We are trying to have a moment. Sir, take your back hair and go. Carson Akiyama, take your orange and purple hair and go. I'm trying to woohoo. You don't need to be here. We're gonna woohoo. We are going into the hot spring. Oh, they have kind of negatively affected. It's not working. Why is the woohoo not working? I had this happen in my other save. Like we were trying to woohoo on community lots and it just like was not working. And I don't know what to do about it. All right, let's go back to our house. What if we attempt to like put a hot spring in the backyard? We have the money. So we're gonna just like plop a hot spring down in our backyard and attempt to woohoo with Coral, and hopefully that works. Because I'd like to, you know, mark this off of her bucket list, but it's not working. We have this issue with the Grim Reaper. We were trying to woohoo in the blanket in the park. Okay, here we go. We have a rejuvenating hot spring in our backyard. We're gonna try to woohoo with Coral. Maybe it's gonna like it better on our community or our home lot. You can leave the infants alone. The infants are fine. There's nothing to fuss with the infants. You have teenagers who can take care of it. Let's just woohoo in the hot spring, check that off. And then if she doesn't get pregnant, we can just like try for pregnancy in the bed and keep doing that until she gets pregnant. But hopefully this like works this time. Then we don't need to keep the hot spring. Although maybe we keep the hot spring. It's kind of a vibe. With our crystal trees and our telescope, it's still not working. Come try for pregnancy with Coral in your bed. Is that gonna work? We can worry about infants later. Right now, we need a baby. No, leave the infant alone. Woohoo with Coral. We need another baby on the way. Okay, they're going to the bed. They can actually woohoo? Oh my god. Woohoo! Leave the infant alone and just woohoo. I should like lock them in here. Okay, here we go. Woohoo is happening. It's actually happening. All right, let's go take a pregnancy test, see if that was successful, if we can say that we have this baby on the way. It was some good woohoo. Oh, she's not pregnant. Okay, let's try again. Woohoo attempt with Coral Cupcake number 2. And Jillian is now pregnant this time. Beautiful. So that means that we can come and tell Coral that we want to just be friends. She's gonna be like, well, you know, we had a good run, but you got married and I got the baby donation that I needed. So let's just be friends. And their romantic satisfaction has ended and we can send Coral home. And Jillian is now pregnant with baby number 57. And with this development, it is a good place to wrap up this episode. So we had 5 birthdays today. And we got an extra slot in the house, and we've got Jillian pregnant again. And I think with Kate and Kevin now being teenagers, we're gonna probably open up some more house slots pretty quickly for, you know, Jillian to get pregnant soon after this baby is born, because I'm pretty sure they will both be gone by the time the baby is born. So I don't think that they'll last for too much longer, because it's pretty quick once the teenagers get aged up, and once it's a pretty quick turnover before they're ready to move out, because like a lot of times they've already got their skills and everything, so it's usually pretty quick. So yeah, so we're back on track. I do want her to have a baby with the Grim Reaper though. That is going to be the plan as a baby donor. I had a lot of trouble in my life and death playthrough getting my sim to just woohoo with the Grim Reaper, so I might wait a little bit on that and just see if maybe that tuning gets worked out a little bit. But I do plan for there to be a Grimborn baby in this family. And I don't know, maybe if we time it right, our next matriarch will be Grimborn. That could be kind of fun. Of course, we can't control whether or not it'll be a girl or a boy, but it could be fun to try. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!